Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through Mad Magazine number 424, released December 2002, $3.50, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, please let me remind you to hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. That is the #1 way that you can support this YouTube channel and help it continue to grow. And guess what? It costs you nothing. Just a subscribe, a like, a comment. That's not bad. It's kind of a good deal. If you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. Link is down in the description. You can also become a channel member. What happens if you do that? You get a 6 set of stickers. You get some pretty awesome buttons. You can also get this wonderful 3D printed stencil, great for defacing both public and private property. If you support me on YouTube, you get early access to all the videos, special emojis during live streams. And yeah, so these are the people that I get to thank for their support today. Me Too Big, Hutch, Ben Forsgren, Joey Gesso, Reflection of Perfection, Tom Richmond, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead-Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, let's get back over here to this Mad Magazine number 424. I picked this issue because I've been watching these movies with my kids. That's why. I missed the whole Harry Potter thing. Never read the books. Wasn't that interested in the movies. It's just now as like an adult with kids that I'm starting to understand the charm of that world that J.K. Rowling discovered, created. Here we have a Mort Drucker cover, kind of a fun one, with Dobby, which the most disturbing thing are the house elves. It's really messed up. They're like they're like slaves, basically. It's very strange. Anyway, let's go on to here. Ad alert. Yes, it is that time of year or time in the history of Mad where we do end up with a lot of things popping up, a lot of ads popping up. This is a special fold-out poster, though. Here we have Gulf Wars Episode 2. This is when Episode 2 came out. Look at you, Bush and Condi and Cheney and other Bush and Rumsfeld and Colin Powell and Saddam Hussein and yeah, the Bush administration, in association with the other Bush administration, presents Gulf Wars Episode 2, Clone of the Attack, starring George W. Bush, Condoleezza Rice, Donald Rumsfeld, reprising their roles from Episode 1, Dick Cheney, Saddam Hussein, and Colin Powell, and introducing Osama bin Laden as the Phantom Menace. Osama bin Laden, the Phantom Menace. This issue is from 2002. That's some context. December of 2002. So not that long after the attack, the September 11th attack. And you'll see why that is relevant. You guys are going to be hitting it a lot, okay? So if you're keeping track, make sure that you make a comment at the end of the video how many ads that you saw today. Fan of the month. This month we're restarting a new feature called Mad Fan of the Month. Enclosed, please find a copy of our History Fair submission. The topic was Revolutions in America. Well, we got voted best in class and moved on to the next competition level. We didn't get far, as the judges realized this was pure trash and had no historic value. If you can find someone to take a picture of you and your Mad collection, send it to Mad Fan of the Month, care of Mad Magazine, 1700 Broadway, New York, New York, 10019. There we have another one. This is a little bit of like, back padding I didn't really like this that much. You know, send in a letter about when you first start reading Mad. I don't know. It's not the type of stuff I want. Here we have PX I Hate You. And there's the Make a Dumb Wish Foundation. I don't want to like run out of time, but anyway, this one was just a Catholic service member, I think somebody in the U.S. Army, um, mad about something like Desmond Devlin had written about pedophile priests. And, you know, that's the type of letter that's great. Is like, one, people who are in on the joke, two, people who are not in on the joke and who are actually mad. No, it isn't. Baby pictures. Baby pictures isn't a good letter. Um, these are not good letters. Sorry. I need a wish granted, and the Make a Dumb Wish Foundation writers are the only ones equipped with the task. Mad 413, you printed a picture of Osama bin Laden with a rusty nail driven into his eye. My wish is that you print a picture of him with a red hot rod driven through his head. Justin Hodney, Pine Bush. J-Ho, even though it's not exactly a dumb wish, who are we to stand in the way of your splendid little request? On behalf of the entire board of Make a Dumb Wish Foundation, enjoy. Like, this is that's the context. Post 9/11, boy oh boy, people were pissed. I missed this ad. Sorry, guys. And I mean, I like obviously rightfully so, especially people in New York. Like, but so we had a bloodlust. That's what I would say. Here you have Harry Potter and the lamest of sequels. These illustrations that Richmond has done are amazing. They're just delightful. All of these characters are great. Look at there's Neville. See, I know some of these characters now because I'm watching these films. Lots of fun chicken fat all throughout. Gandalf was here. Here's this freaky little creature that I don't like actually one bit. You have the Cliff Notes, curses, spells, and hexes. Some of my favorite restrooms, 1.5 miles, were, I mean, this is a really, really long one, by the way. Where are my favorite ones? Oh, yeah, right here. This is my favorite page. You have the Puyet, you have Arthur the Avocado, you have Flip the Bird, you have the Zeppelin, you have a Mad Magazine right there, a beer, also Potter Zeeby, Eck, Max Korn. He got them all. He got them all in that panel. And then it's J.K. Rowling, already a year late, and she's still got writer's block. If she doesn't crank out that fifth Harry Potter book, or that fifth Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix book, and soon we're all going to be out of jobs. Hocus bogus. Also, I mean, this guy died because she was taking too long. This isn't even the only Star Wars video game that's advertised. Oh, wait, no, this is the second one. We had the Bounty Hunters, we had the Clone Wars, and then there's another one on top of that. It's crazy. This is one of my favorite, the Mad Libs, like news stories. This is the best. And I love the way that this is set up, where you have like these little menus everywhere. To me, it is, it's just simply the best. Better than all the rest. Rick Tolka, look at all of these awesome illustrations. Is that Tom Cruise, Rosie O'Donnell, Martha Stewart? There's George Bush. It's great. I think that's Rick Tolka in the bathtub. Ben Stein, Condoleezza Rice, the NRA guy, or the Charlton Heston, right? Here's just a guy who's excited to grope. I don't know what these are. I don't know who that is. Hey, it's great. According to Ted Williams' will, bathing with sheep threatens to devastate the gay mafia. Citing an Altoona wet nurse, the report condemns migrant CEOs who, this is weird, it like goes counterclockwise, who break wind shamelessly, thereby defoliating Native American casinos. Experts warn that only Rogaine, Rogaine Slurpees can cancel Big Brother 3. I don't know. They're just fun. I love doing them. Oh, no, wrong button. Damn it. Shouldn't put those so close together. Yeah, The Sims. Okay. It's rough. If Martha Stewart's calendar really reported what Martha was doing, this is what I'm going to say. On my notes, do you know what I've written? I've written, poor Martha. Martha got sent to jail. She got sent to jail for a crime that I'm not going to say hurts nobody. You shouldn't have insider trading. But as far as insider trading goes, how much did she earn off of that? Do you know? I might. Okay, I was going to say this. I'm glad I looked it up. I was off by $1,000. Martha Stewart, insider trading, um, she earned $51,000. Now think about all the money, how many millionaires we have in our government who come in just like regular people and leave with hundreds of millions of dollars, who just suddenly understand how to read the stock market. It's absurd. Anyway, I mean, sure, yes, punish her. That's fine. I get it. Like we have laws, but it's like, is that the goose we need to cook? I don't even know if that's a saying. Uh, Friday the 1st, November 1st, shred summer cabbage for coleslaw. Shred documentation of other perfectly legal stock trades this SEC hasn't found out about yet. The second, Sam Waskell off Christmas card list. Put SEC chairman, whoever it is, on Christmas card list. Canned peaches and tomatoes. Canned stockbroker whose assistant sang to feds. 4. Plant hardy perennials that won't need maintenance for like 7 to 10 years, just in case. Move seedlings from garden to greenhouse. Move assets from U.S. to Bermuda. I would have chose the Canary Islands if I was the writer of this. Anyway, I'm going to keep moving on. It just keeps going on like that. Beating up on poor Martha. Now, this is Monroe and identity theft. This one was really great. Here's the thing. I'm going to listen. I interviewed Bill Ray, and yeah, I'm going to keep talking about that a lot. It was a delight. I interviewed Bill Ray, and he was talking about his experience with this, especially with his experience with Sam Viviano as art director, and how he was getting feedback that he didn't really like, and he sort of fell out of love with doing this strip. And I wonder, he's still using all the same materials, his beautiful blacks, using like the brushes and stuff, and using the what is that, craft tone, duo shade, whatever you want to call it, to do the shading. Really, really cool, beautiful stuff. But there's a few panels in this where I'm curious if this is marking that point in time where he's like, I don't really care to do this very much any longer, especially like on this page, right? There's like these faces where that sort of like notable like capturing of expression that he does is like, what the hell's going on here? I just looked it up on crackedcoversite.com, and yeah, he went on to do this until 2006. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little too critical with that idea that he planted in my mind. I don't know. Anyway, alert. Another one. Yes, yes, yes. Here we have the Bunion. For those who don't know, the Onion was this. It was like a free actual newspaper that it would put out, and I mean it was satirical, and it was pretty funny. At this point, I don't think I think it's just the internet and like basically tweets. But they would write like whole stories. Kind of, I mean, was it similar to things like The Weekly World News. Yes, but less fantastical. Funny hairdo, Muppet reportedly turns otherwise uninteresting bush photo wacky. Area man finds headline amusing, but that's about it. This is the problem, is that like they would do things like that. We've kind of run this feature into the ground, if you ask me. Uh, these debates were funny at first, but they've become very predictable. Here's why. Generally, the first viewpoint puts forth a reasonable logical argument in favor of or in support of something, anything, whatever. Fine, all right, lines. Very dry. That's the setup. Then comes the opposing side, and zing, it's completely nuts. While the first part is written by a person, the second part is written, we're supposed to believe, by a squirrel or an appliance or Jesus or some crap. Okay, I know that's not how it always is, but we've used this formula enough times that frankly, even I'm a little sick of it. Sure, it was novel 4 years ago, but how about we try something new, huh? Or just dump this format altogether? Oh, come on. I'm an egg separator, for God's sake. That's right. There is funny. Anyway, do with that as you will. Here we have one fine day in the hospital. Oh, expletive. Man, I don't think your prisoner is as banged up as you cops think he is. In fact, I think he's planning to escape the hospital. Mm-hmm. There he goes, man. What'd I tell you? Huh? Har har, so long, suckers. What's your story, man? He's getting away. Relax, I spoke with his doctor. Last night he inserted a catheter. Oh, I have a catheter story. Not me, somebody I was in the Navy with. I'll tell you another time. Uh, how the economic recession is affecting certain fringe businesses. Instructors have been forced to boost revenues with Amway distributorships. Oh, this is skydiving school. The instructor said, boil the Ford, pass it on. They're trying to make do with one chute. What? Pulls a cord. The idea of renting an airplane is now dismissed as a frivolous extra. Here we have professional drag queens. They've begun lobbying Congress for federal aid. Where is my stimulus package? Walk a mile in our pumps. All our eggs are in one basket. Performers have begun to stuff their bras with cheap, highly combustible third world material. And finally, major razor-related cutbacks have been instituted. Ladies and gentlemen, the Club Wazit proudly presents Brent E. Spears, the Harry Spears. The mob hitmen are looking for innovative ways to stretch the concrete. Gravel is a good thing, or even sand. Both hold up well upon exposure to water. There's little Martha. Poor Martha. Four out of 5 families have made the switch from brass to sturdy yet sensibly priced lead knuckles. All important family sit-downs are now scheduled to take advantage of early bird buffet specials. Here we have, I can't read all these. Are you kidding me? Hit pause, read these. They're hilarious. Oh man, the circus folks one's was good. Uh-oh. Oh my God. This is bad, right? I mean, geez, Louis, you're not even giving Duck Edwing a full page. I wonder, like, did that affect his pay? They're like, no, dude, this is actually 2/3 of a page. We're not paying you a 1-page rate. Why is it only 2/3 of a page? Well, you see, the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Rings? The book? No, the movie. We're going to be doing a whole page ad to the right of your strip, but then also 1/3 of your page is going to be dedicated to that same ad. That's sick. That's really sick. Here we have a mad look at plastic surgery. I think they've done this before. I mean, like, sure, like I feel like I've just read one of these, maybe with one of the newer Mads. It wasn't this, but it was, plastic surgery and all of that. Yeah, another look at Mad. Oh, that's your other tip off that they've done it before is another look at plastics. Jeez Louise. This one is like, this is actually disturbing to me. He's checking out his nose. He sneezes and it like flies off his face. It's not often that this Sergio makes me sick, but that is one of them. This big-eared freak, he goes in. No, I'm just gonna get a wig. Um, he goes, hey, Martha, it's me. Oh no, look, I got him a nose job. I actually crashed my car and messed up my nose. This Dumbo drives her car right into a tree and goes up to say how do you do to Saint Peter. Um, so this guy's getting vexed by people checking out his gal's breasts, and he brings that up to her. He's like, your breasts, they're a problem. So she goes into plastic surgery and gets them enhanced. This one was pretty good. Fixes his nose and his fly was down. Lots of nudity. Kyle Bridget would love this one. Lots of nudity all throughout. This guy, jealousy. Jealousy is fickle, She's like, I would like to get larger breasts. He's like, hey, that'd be pretty sick. And then he's like, wait a second. Other men are going to ogle at her. No, I will not have you objectified. I'm sorry. Even though it would mean great happiness to me. I will not have you objectified. So she's like, I'm having a baby. He goes, hey, you know what? I should tell you. I've had my ears done. It's like, gosh, I should tell you, I've had my nose done. Now they're worried about these freaks that they're about to give birth to. Signs, designs. This is Joaquin Phoenix and who's this guy? Why can't I remember his name? Wow. All I can think of is Mad Max. That's embarrassing. I remember this was in M. Night Shyamalan's heyday, right? This is like everybody loved it. This is maybe this is where everybody started to dislike him because the twist on this one was like, oh brother. They were allergic to water. They came to this place and they were allergic to water. But it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I'll say that. I don't know if it was a good movie. Wait, what's this? Oh yeah, look at the aliens are like freaky. Um, yeah. What's this? The first, the best, the few? Some type of like off-brand humor that they're trying? No, it's an ad. Magic the Gathering. Golly. A spy versus spy. Spy versus spy. What does he do? He goes in, tries to take the plans, take photos of them. Oh, Jesus. This is like, I loved this. I mean, like, I talked last time about how like he moved away from this actual spray paint one and he maintained like the language of it, but it was just very different. But golly, this is Peter Kuper. See a doctor, dude. That's messed up. Another ad. Anyway, here we have a Snappy Answers to Stupid Questions Special Sports Edition. They'd call that an error. No, this is a soccer night, so the players can't touch the ball with their hands. Of course not. It was a brilliant play, just not for his team. No, he botched on purpose to make the opposing team overconfident. Do I roll the ball down the alley? No, you have to rent a cannon and fire it at the pins. No, dribble like a basketball, but watch your toes. Yes, but at no time let the ball leave your hand. I just love this drawing right here with her eyes and her like braces and the glasses. Anyway, Are there any rules for professional wrestling? No, unless you count never deviating from a script, a rule. Yes, once your opponent ceases to have a pulse, the match is more or less over. No, you need a brain to follow the rules. These are great. I love these. And what else do I love? Herman Mejia. Jackie Chan, cause of death, massive eardrum blowout from standing next to Chris Tucker through 2 movies. Accidentally kicked to death while attempting mid-air sex with actress from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Fatally karate chop self in back of head during stunt, 10-1. Flogged by parents who have to pay medical bills of kids who see his movies then attempt his stunts. Total exhaustion for making sure his films contain every single cop buddy movie cliche. Chokes on own tongue, attempting line of Shakespeare while filming a kung fu version of Hamlet. How should the most corrupt business executives be punished? Here we go. Make them resign from the Bush administration. There you go. Oh, and of course, we have that. We've got the final ad alert. You guys, this has been what has it been? Mad Magazine number 424. Remember, hit like and hit subscribe. Leave a comment. It's free. It helps the channel. And boy, do I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.